Are you thinking about living on Oahu and you're curious about what it costs? Well, I'm going to share everything about the cost of living from housing to gas right here. Aloha, I'm Jill Ward with Century 21 Island Homes, and welcome to another episode of Aloha Oahu, where we talk about everything Oahu. In this video, I'm going to break down the costs of living here on Oahu because it's one of the main questions we get. Let's give you some bottom line numbers. Let's talk about the obvious, the high cost of housing. Let's get the sticker shock out of the way early and remember that Oahu has some of the highest home prices in the country. One of the first things you're going to need to decide for yourself is whether or not it's going to be better to buy or rent. You're going to have to ask yourself, what kind of housing do you need? Are you single? Do you have a family? Do you have big dogs and need a yard? There are a lot of things to consider when it comes to renting versus buying. A good rule of thumb is that it happens to be less expensive on the western or Ewa side of the island, and prices tend to be a little more expensive on the windward side or eastern Honolulu. To give you an idea, the average single-family home on Oahu is roughly $850,000. A condominium, on the other hand, runs about $450,000 on average, not including the HOA or maintenance fees. But one thing that you may find surprising, while everything else in terms of cost of living is more expensive here, the property taxes on Oahu tend to be relatively low compared to the rest of the country, and especially compared to home prices. So again, when we're talking about the average family home, you can expect an annual property tax bill of about $2,600 a month. Now, if you're looking to rent an average size home, you can plan on spending anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000, depending on the neighborhood and the number of bedrooms you need. The average single-family home rental on Oahu is roughly $2,500 a month. So more specifically, if you're looking for an average price home here in Kailua, our average price home right now is about $1.2 million. So our pricing starts around $800,000 for a single family home, but can reach as much as $20 or $30 million in an area like Lanikai. Now, to give you an idea of what a condominium might be here in Kailua, our condominiums run about $800,000 to $900,000, and you have to also consider the maintenance fees, which can be as high as $1,200 or $1,400 a month. And if you're not looking to buy yet and you're looking to rent, you also have to consider you're probably going to be on the higher end of that spectrum. You're looking at rents that start at about $3,500 for a single family home. So I hope that gives you some idea about the cost of living here on Oahu in terms of housing. But of course, we have other items to discuss when it comes to the cost of living. While property taxes are generally low, as we just talked about, income taxes are some of the highest in the nation, with a rate of 8.5% for the average resident, and it only goes up from there. Gas here also tends to be expensive, and as of the date of this recording, it's running about $3.75 a gallon. You also have to consider that annual car sticker costs can be very expensive on Oahu. Hawaii-based car registration fees on the vehicle weight, so the bigger your vehicle, the bigger the bill. Imagine that giant Ford F-150 is a lot more expensive than that Mini Cooper. So let's talk about a few other costs that you don't want to sneak up on you. As we talked about, because transportation to Hawaii is so expensive, food prices in Hawaii are some of the most expensive in the country. And Oahu has a 4.7 general excise tax on all goods and services. So while this is lower than some parts of the country, it does affect every single transaction and can add up quickly. I hope this video gave you some insight on the cost of living on Oahu. If you should have any additional questions about Oahu living, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask. We help provide people with information all the time who are moving either from the mainland, from other islands, or on the island. My information is listed below this video, and I would love to hear from you. So if you'd like to receive more videos like this, or any information on living on Oahu, make sure you subscribe. Thank you for watching another episode of Aloha Oahu. My name is Jill Ward with Century 21 Island Homes. Aloha.